No. Blood Bow Song. Hello, I'm Richard Castlevania, and welcome to the Week 4 recap for BigO Div5's. This week, there were 5 draw games, which is a totally valid reason and not a symptom of mediocrity at all. Good job, you drawing coaches. If I was your parent, I'd be handing you a participation trophy right now. Mercury Centaurs win 2-1 versus the Snake Eaters. As the only game in 5C that wasn't a draw or an admin win, I'm declaring both of these coaches the winner. Unfortunately for the Snake Eaters, it comes with no tangible benefit. The Snakes leapt to a hoppingly large 19 times this game, but were unable to bounce their way to victory. The Centaurs level Cax fine hands, the Hobgoblin with short hands, and Rakra Solid Toad the Bull gets blocked, as does the Kislev Blitzer Solidos. Our first completely okay and normal draw goes to Staunch Defenders and Norwegian Black Metal. Despite subpar armor, the Dwarfs were rolling hot, or not rolling at all, while the Dwarfs felt the pain of a 0% cast success and 22% dodge rate. If a Dwarf team has to do 9 dodges in a game, everything is probably fine, right? Staunch's runner, the Constant, gets dodge and make him extra annoying, and the True picks up guard, like his blocker brothers. Stark feels the icy cold reach around of Nuffle as the blocker burrs and breaks his door for a miss next. The dead blocker Satyricon steals an MVP for a level up, and Take the Hobgoblin takes Dirty Player to avenge him. Luckily, Black Metal has enough in the bank to immediately replace Satyricon, and is only set him back 1 match on his never-ending quest for the second bull. Our second, definitely fine and not bad draw, goes to Top of the Branches and Van's Whoopstone Tour. With a misbehaving troll and a coin flip dodges, Vans barely walks away with a draw, only securing it on turn 16 by chain pushing a troll to throw a goblin. They wrote a lot of pals though, which I know for a fact Wood Elves love. Another thing Wood Elves love is being crippled for their next game. Goran is down a Strip Dancer, Willow Stay or Willow Go, and lost their kicker All You Need Is Love to a move bust. But all's not lost, as that don't cypress me much picks up the kicker mantle, and Chestnut's Roasting rolls a double for guard. On Vans, the throw a mighty toss toads picks up block, and no doubt the goblin undergoes some radiation therapy for 2 heads. Another goblin takes a strength bus and gets fired, but who cares about that guy? He's a goblin, what do you want from me? Counting with Dead Elves get their first win in the form of an admin concede, level up 11, and give him wrestle. Use their free money to buy the catcher they should have had from game 1, and then reorganize their team so a bunch of numbers no longer match. Seriously, I have a twitch just looking at this screen. Looking at the table, Mercury Centaurs overtake the Underworld and Woodies so they can fist bump their disgusting brother in Jorf. Look at them, looking down on the coaches who actually have souls. Misspelled Treachery gets an admin win versus the Cosmocrats. Unfortunately, no development for the T's. You see how I said unfortunately there instead of saying something mean like, you deserve the no levels. Hehe, I'm such a good person. The Ultimate Celebrities win 2-1 versus Jurassic Park Fan Club. The Celebrities started the game flexing their illegal, stupid, and unfair natural one-turner Scarlett Johansson for the first time and scoring on turn 1. The Lizard's counter drive did not go well. Despite putting 4 rats in the bin, the Skinks couldn't pick up or hold on to the ball long enough to form a good defense, and the rats stole the ball to get their second touchdown of the first drive. The Celebrities did not come out unscathed, thankfully. Looking at the line rats, Chris Pratt dies, and Rataway levels but gets an eagle, and Robert Ratterson misses the next game with a monkey hand. But the real good news is Scarlett Johansson, the biggest rat bastard in Div5, misses the next game. Jurassic continue to slowly chug down Lizard development lane and get another sorely needed block on the Saurus Reckless Abandon. You know, that feeling when you hate something with every fiber in your being, and then suddenly one day it's gone, and now there's just a hole inside you where that feeling used to be, and you find yourself maybe even missing the thing that you spent so much time loathing, making you spiral spiral into a deep, introspective episode of self-hatred and depression. I don't fling-a-leen fancy fellows lose! Woo! Man, that feels good to say. 4 elves get removed early in the first half, but that doesn't stop the Wardancers from harassing the halfling ball carrier, and before long the numbers are evened out and may have been an elf steal if a fling tree hadn't caught the ball. The tree run doesn't last long, and Elfiness scores on turn 8. The flings force an elf score turn 13 and are able to throw a chunker for the last minute touchdown. Monty makes up for his first loss by rolling more BS doubles for his 5th block halfling of the season, as well as a bludge mighty blow second breakfast munching tyrant. Oh, and he levels a 3rd halfling to shortfield because 2 level ups in a game weren't enough. Despite winning, Elfiness only gets a bludge lineman, and the Agi5 Wardancer lives to cheat another day. Butcher Birds lose 1-2 versus Menegroth Rovers. Siegmund pushed fast in the first half, leaving his ball carrier unprotected and trusting in bludge, which was always destined to draw a double pow. The High Elves steal and score on turn 6. The Delves held back from attempting a 2-turner, and Ed Havoc sealed the win with a score on turn 12. The Butcher Birds come out of the game swole as all heckers, though with a bludge and a mighty blow blitzer. 2 more guard linemen, because rolling doubles is easy, a dead rookie lineman, and enough money to finally buy an assassin. Menegroth instead gets a sensible dodge on a movement catcher and kick on a lineman. To the table! With the fall of the Halfling Empire, the elves take the lead, which is redundant because there is only elves in this division. The poor lizardmen fall further down the ladder as the teams around them get more stupid, and the Surs continue to eat SPP crumbs for block. Our 3rd perfectly normal draw comes from Ratatouille, Rotundity, and Tongue My Warp Drive. Ratatouille started out shaky, failing to pick up in a bad spot and losing 3 players before their turn 3 touchdown, allowing the humans enough turns to grind out the touchdown by turn 8. Tongue My Warp Drive looked all set to take the win into Gordon Ramsay. The Agi5 got through a half die and a bunch of dodges for the steal on turn 12, leading to a cluster fudge of ball sacks, failed pickups, and unwanted catches for the remaining half. Ratatouille gives big hand to an armor-busted gutter runner, scores a miss next on Gordon Ramsay, the edgy blood runner, and takes an edgy bust on his kick line rat because having a team for your next game is apparently overrated. Burnham, the human's mighty blow blitzer, gets tackled, the bludge catcher gets armor-busted, and a nickeled lineman steals the MVP. As is tradition, Wanderers of Oz lose 0-1 versus Themes of Battle. Once again, as the only game in this division that wasn't a draw, I'd usually declare both teams the winner, but it was on easy mode elves versus I hate myself and everyone else Nurgle. So in my eyes they both lose, and so does anyone who had to watch the game. Nurgle did Nurgle things and ground their way to their first TD on turn something, eventually hemming the entire Delph team into a kill box of pillow punches. The Wanderers played the second half for the draw, but despite almost equal removals was unable to break the Nurgle line, and with the clutch turn 15 pass failing with no secondary scoring threat, Themes locked in a victory. Shaggy Man, the line elf on the Wanderers, becomes a luchador, while Themes pay for their win with a Misnex warrior and a dead Pestigore. In our 4th definitely not starting to get annoying now draw, Demi-Elves and Franger FC butt heads as the Norse failed to pick up the ball on the first 2 teams. In our 4th definitely not starting to get annoying now draw, Demi-Elves and Franger FC butt heads as the Norse failed to pick up the ball on the first 2 turns, leading to another 5A painted clusterfuck of ball sacks, failed pickups, and unwanted catches. Demi-Elves score on turn 5 of Franger FC's drive. The Norse continue their bad day by missing the opportunity to pick up on the next turn, then failing another pickup on the turn after, only to be saved from disaster by the halftime whistle. The tides turn as the Elves look set to lock in the next touchdown and fail to go for it, leaving a clear line on the ball. Franger steals, and with a bit of block dice and Kaz luck, and despite the failed vanity and pickup, secures the draw on turn 16. The Demi-Elves runner gets nerves or steel, but lose 2 line elves to armor and movement busts. Liam joins the naughty boys with an unleveled Oofwarner, and the lineman misses the next game. Talk about reverse karma. Pick your levels, Liam, and maybe you'll be able to pick up the ball next time. You monster. Our fifth and last stupid, meaningless, boring, soul-crushing, and malicious draw comes to us courtesy, of course, Goblins and Chorfs. The 7 Chorfs start off well by removing Ripper, the chainsaw gets set off for fouling, and the Hobgoblin ball carrier hides in the backfield until it can safely stroll down the field for a turn 8 touchdown. The Chorfs score a blitz, but Deep Goblin easily recover and manage to run away fast enough to score on turn 13, then a deep kick and fail pass dashes 7 Chorfs chance for a win. Deep Goblin come out with nothing but a miss next Goblin, and 7 Chorfs lose Doc the Blocker. Get great tackle on Snow White the Bull, movement on Dopey the Block Hobgoblin, is what I said, and dirty player on the Hobo Prince. Table time! The only change here is Tomo getting his stinky wet tentacles up in second place due to being the only coach to win a game this week. You only have yourselves to blame, 5A. You may as well be playing dwarfs. Good job. And now, the predictions we definitely all keep track of. The Snake Eaters and Counting with Dead Elves are fighting it out for the current worst team in BigO title. Lennon has the better team, which means he's either going to be diced to hell or choke. Probably both. Top of the branches is down there Stripper, so Norwegian Black Metal should have an easier time securing the win by murdering key positionals like Nobblers on an LOS. And Storch Defenders have enough guard to outblock Mercury Centaurs, as long as they don't let the Bulls run rampant and pee on everything. Even if this first match goes ahead, Menegroth has much more developed team than the Cosmocrats. It'll be hard for the Rats to put a dent in these stat freaks. Ziegman has had a rough season so far due to cursing himself with his assassinless shenanigans. If they were going into a blocking wall, the results might be different with all that guard, but Elfiness is pretty likely just steal the ball and run away with the game. Oh no, the halflings are going up against my adopted sons? A week after losing? With my Diplo? Leave my baby alone! Nope, he's coming for you. There's a teeny chance it may be my fault, but let's not play the blame game right now. You need to win this, nor else. The celebrities are down their one-turner for the game, and Misspelled Tremors team is basically as gross as a low TV team can get without stats or doubles. Time to curse the T's by saying, easy win. Ratatouille is playing with half their team, and Frenger is likely to knock that down to at least a quarter by the end of the match. The Chorfs have 3 mighty blow and teams are down a worry. This match simultaneously has the potential to be the brawliest match of Division 5, or the most boring. Tongue My Warp Drive gets to bully the last place Goblins this week. I'm sure nothing will go wrong, no one important will die, and it will be a sensible game. Wanderers of Oz have a clear advantage team-wise in this mirror match. It's just too bad that whatever happens, a Dark Elf is going to win this game, unless they draw, but that literally never happens in 5A, right? And that brings us to the end of the recap for week 4. I'm Richard Castlevania, your mother's best friend, and REBBL's most decorated cloaker inspector. Good night.
Do 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 bum ba bum 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 do 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 bum do bum ba bum bum ba da da dum 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 jim jim jum jim jim jum jum dum dum jim 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 dum yeah 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 wah 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 we bling blong 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 bling bong 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 bong
Now, Richard, you need to be more empathetic. I'm not pathetic. You're pathetic. No, I mean you need to put yourself in others' shoes before you judge them. Understand how hard it can be to coach a team before you comment on others' decisions, personalities, and uncanny likeness to infected trollbutt. Sure, that.